You've seen us before. Marching in perfect lines. White armor shining under the lights of the Empire. To you, we were faceless, interchangeable, just Stormtroopers. But I was one of them, and I need you to know what it was really like for someone like me.
When I enlisted, they told me the armor made us the same, that behind the mask, we had no names, no pasts, no differences. But that was never true. Not for me. The first day of training, I felt it. The stares. When I stumbled, I wasn't just a recruit who made a mistake. I was the girl who stumbled. Every bruise, every missed shot, it marked me twice as deep. The officers preached equality, but the whispers in the barracks told a different story. Some thought I was too weak. Others saw me as something else entirely. Not a soldier, not an equal, just something to be controlled.
You think the battlefield was the hardest part?
No. The war behind closed doors was worse. In the locker rooms, in the shadows of the barracks, fear hung heavier than any blaster. The officers held all the power. Every look, every word, every hand that lingered too long on my shoulder was a reminder. I learned silence. I learned stillness. If I wanted to survive, I couldn't protest, couldn't show weakness. I wore two kinds of armor: the plastoid plates and the mask I built around my own fear. And in the end, the helmet became more than just protection. It was a prison, a way to hide my tears, my trembling, my shame. And yet, on the battlefield, I was no different than the men. My blaster fired the same. My boots marched in rhythm. To the rebels, I was just another Stormtrooper. Faceless, replaceable. But to the Empire, I was still a woman, still something lesser. We burned villages. We silenced screams. We destroyed lives. And every time I raised my weapon, I wondered, did they see me? Did they know that under the helmet was a woman who was just as trapped as they were? Promotion didn't come from skill, not for us. For men, loyalty meant obedience. For women, loyalty meant silence, submission. I saw brothers in arms climb the ranks after victories, after courage in battle. But me? I was reminded every day that my future depended not on my aim, not on my sacrifice, but on how well I bent, how silent I remained. The officers carried power in every gesture, and they knew it. They wielded it like a weapon. Some soldiers feared blaster fire. I feared the locker room after dark. And yet, I still fought. I still bled for the Empire that never saw me as human, because I was trapped. Desertion meant death. Speaking up meant erasure. And so, history will forget me. The archives will never tell of the woman who cried behind her helmet, or of the soldier who carried more than just armor on her back, who carried silence, sorrow, fear. To the galaxy, we were the iron fist of the Empire. To the officers, we were tools. To history, we are nothing. But I was real. I lived this. I was a Stormtrooper. If anyone hears this, please, don't remember me as a faceless soldier. Remember me as the woman who wore the armor and who carried the weight of silence in an empire that never saw her as human.